Hello and welcome to this Major League Division 2 Match Day 4. I'm your host today, Patrick. I'm glad to be back in this commentating box, and I'm bringing you three great matches today in this Major Division 2 race. First up, we're going to have CD Tenochtitlan taking on AC Romana. We're going to follow it up with CA Buenos Aires taking on Schwarzwälder FV. And then we'll finish with Leafyside Celtic FC taking on Tokyo SC. Some really great matches. Very excited to bring them to you today. Looking forward to it. I will say that I'm still battling some sinuses. So if there's a mute randomly, it's because I'm coughing and I don't want to cough into the mic. So to save your ears. But I'm excited to get them going. I'm ready. And we'll wait for this first match to get loaded up. CD Tenochtitlan looking to keep their undefeated streak. They're 2-1-0. They'll be taking on AC Romana, which got their first win last week, but they've lost the first two, so they're looking to keep that winning streak going. CD Tenochtitlan leading the Division 2 race right now, 7 points, with a +4 goal differential. Should be a really great match. CD Tenochtitlan is always a great watch. And AC Romana's been building up. AC Romana gets the kickoff. Rivieres is going to get it out wide. Tries to get past Cantino, but Cantino stops them. Showman sends it back to Stausch. Gagne gets it up to Dobrik. AC Romana still with it. That's a bad tackle. And we're going to fix some of this stuff, and we fix it, and we're good to go. Corner kick for Dr. Watt of AC Romana, 33 minutes in. That's sent into the box, headed out. Sanji's on it. Rivieres at the top of the box. Shot, and it's a big save by Ball. Five minutes. Van Eidenhoven. It's been AC Romana kind of controlling it for the first 5 minutes, looking for the movements. Flip gets it up to Wad, over to Sanji. Sanji gets it up to Hoppity. Hoppity turns back around, gets it back to Flip. Pass back to Hoppity, over to Gagne, up to Dobrik. Tries to find a running Hoppity, but that is intercepted. Roger Rogers going to come down with the loose ball. It's now CDT's chance for attack. They feed it up to Patterson, and Patterson's shot is saved, but they were offsides. Free kick for Tenochtitlan, sends it into the box. Headed around, Patterson feeds it back in, headed back out. Pinkman comes down with it. CDT still with it. Elliott shot, and that is going to go wide. Kronos was diving to save it, but did not need to save that one. And now we're underway with a good bit of sim. Corner kick for Tenochtitlan. Elliott over top of this, sends it into the box. Pinkman comes down with it, over to Elliott, back over to Da Silva. Shot, and it's a goal! Berangier Estrinja with the goal. Estrangian. See that again. Elliott sends it into the box. Comes all the way out to Pinkman, who sends it over to Elliott to Da Silva. Da Silva sees Briere at the center of the box. They kick it right in. 1-0. CDT with the lead. Throw in for Da Silva, gets it over to Bloodflame, but that's taken away. But the clearance just goes back to midfield. Cantino with it. Back to Briere. Up to Pinkman. Tut. Pinkman. Up to Cantino, back to Briere. Some back and forth passing for CDT, looking to open up AC Romana again. They are sitting on a 1-0 lead here in the 26th minute. A feed up to Roger. Roger up the sideline, sends it in. Nobody's there for CD Tenochtitlan, but the clearance just goes to midfield again, and CDT keeps control of it. Finds Hannibal. Hannibal's shot. They were offsides. Some really dangerous chances here for CD Tenochtitlan. Roger with it. Turns. Looking to set it back up. Pigman up to Cantino. Cantino with it. Cantino sends it in. Blood Flame with a chance. Shot, goal! Elizabeth Rose, Blood Flame beats the defense all alone in front of Kronos and buries it. And CDT now with a 2-0 lead in the 28th minute. Blood Flame just kind of sits there in a pocket. Rivieras can't guard it. And Kronos can't save it. 2-0. I'm going to look at the tight offsides. So they were onside. Patterson was on offsides. And get all the way up to the 35th minute. AC Romana or CDT with a throw in. Sending it across their back line. Gets it all the way back to the goalkeeper Ball. Ball sends it forward to Briere. Briere up to De Silva. And we're still kind of just backing around the back line. Showman takes this away from De Silva. Stoush with it. Back to Showman. Gagne. Wad. Dobrik. Dobrik sends it up. Sanji. Heavy touch. And Elliott takes it away. CDT now in control. But Sanji takes that pass away. Van Eindhoven with a shot. And it's just over the crossbar. And I'm back. Sanji with it, back to Flip, over to Gagne. Gagne back to Flip. Flip just kind of playing a keep-away game. Stoush, up to Wad, over to Gagne. Back to Flip. Over to Gagne. All the way up to Rivieras. Up to Showman. Showman with it. Showman running. Showman looking for the cross here, sends it in. Sent over to Gagne. Gagne, Chef Gagne with their first goal of the season. Cuts the lead in half. First ever AC Romana goal for Chef Gagne. And it was a great feed by Van Eindhoven, who finds Chef Gagne all alone in front of the net, and they beat Ball. 2-1 game. AC Romana really doing a great passing job there to just find the wide open people and get it in there. Shot off Dobrik. And it's going to be blocked. It's going to be a corner kick. AC Romana looking to tie this up before the half. We're in the 41st minute. Wad over top of this corner. And Ball comes down with it by tracking it all the way through. And get 2 minutes of stoppage time. We're already through 1 minute of it. And we're through that second minute, and we're at halftime. 2-1 CDT. 6 shots, 2 on target for CDT. 5 shots, 3 on target for AC Romana. The XG is pretty close, 0.81 to 0.78 in favor of CDT. But again, that doesn't really matter when the current score is 2-1 CD Technicland over AC Romana. We'll take a brief break for halftime. We'll get right back into it. Start of the second half. No halftime subs, and we're off and running here. Kickoff by CDT. They're going to try to look to control this for a little bit. CDT had a really good run in the middle of that first half. Got 2 goals unanswered. AC Romana kind of finished off the half strong to answer with one of their own. They're looking to answer another one here soon. But CDT with the ball gets it over to De Silva. De Silva gets it taken away by Gagne, and now we're off simming. De Silva with a throw-in for CDT. Showman tries to take it away, but it bounces to De Silva. De Silva's in the box, feeds it in, and finds Roger right in front of the goal. They bury it to make it 3-1. That's their 3rd goal of the season. Roger, always an impactful player. De Silva gets the loose ball. Nobody's marking them into the box. They find a wide open Roger on the pass through. And now it's going to be 3-1. CD to nothing. Talking about XG, that helps XG a lot. It goes from 0.8 to 1.6 off of that one play. CDT still passing around. That shot is off Van Eindhoven, and it's going to be a corner for CDT. Elliott over top of this corner. Elliott sends it in. Headed all the way back out there. Elliott gets it, though. Heavy touch. Van Eindhoven steps into it, but sends it out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for CDT. AC Romano looking to respond. That long kick is taken away, and CDT settles it down, gives it all the way back to ball. Briere is strange with it now. Moving up, Tut up to Hannibal. Hannibal back to Pinkman. Looking for the right run. CDT does this really well. Gets it over to Elliott. Elliott has some space now. Elliott moving to the center. Finds Patterson, and Dom Patterson buries it for their first goal of the season. Were they onside? AC Romano says no. We're going to get a review, and they were offsides. That little body turn was enough to get Patterson offsides and keep it a 3-1 CDT lead over AC Romano. We're speeding past the 63rd minute. We're in the 64th. De Silva with it, trying to beat Van Eindhoven, and they do. Showman Mark sends it into the box, and Chrono says, I'll handle this myself, and brings it down. Chrono sends it all the way up. And it goes all the way to Cantino of CD to Knockelin. Not the best play there for AC Romano because they don't really get the possession. Just gave it right back to CDT, and now CDT's looking to attack. Stausch intercepts that pass, gets it up to Stoneman, over to Van Eindhoven. That's intercepted. Bloodflame with it. CDT with a shot, and that's a big save by the outstretched Kronos. It's going to be a corner for CDT now. Sends it in. Headed. Bouncing around. De Silva comes back. Sends it back in the box. And it's headed out. Dobrik's going to win this race. Dobrik trying to beat Cantino, and they do. Possession favoring CDT, 61%. Elliott sends it in. Hannibal with it now. Hannibal shot, and that's going to be a save. Little cross was blocked that bounced back down to Hannibal. Hannibal gets a shot in the box, and that one gets saved. So it's a corner for Tanaka. Sends it in, headed back out. Elliott's going to get to it. Elliott sends it into De Silva over to Tut. Tough pass. Watt intercepts. Dr. Watt running. Hoppity trying to give some relief. Hoppity, heavy touch, loses it, and Tut sends it out of play. 15 minutes left in this match. It's going to be another corner by, you guessed it, CDT. They send it in. It's headed, and that's going to be another corner. Another corner by corner defensive Tanaka-kun. That's what CDT stands for today. De Silva shot. And that's going to be saved by Kronos. So another corner for CDT to Knocklin. Cantino over top of this one. Cantino sends it up to Elliott. Elliott looking to fire. Gets it over to Cantino. Back to Elliott. Elliott back to Cantino. A little bit back and forth to get AC Romano stretched out. Over to Cantino. Over to Hannibal. Hannibal sends it up. Elliott heads it in the box. Flip is there to head it out. This ball bounce. We're playing volleyball. And gets the midfield, and CDT comes down with possession. Elliott with it, looking to beat Hoppity. Sends it into the box, headed, and Dom Patterson. They're onside this time to get the first goal of the season for them. Elliott with an amazing cross into the box to find Dom Patterson's head to make it 4-1 in the 76th, maybe 77th minute, depending on when this goal was scored. What a jump by Patterson, but what a cross by Elliott. That was a thing of beauty. Right off the kickoff, AC Romano looking to respond. Van Eindhoven up to Sanji. Back to Flip. Over to Sanji. Take it away. CD to Knockelin. Sends it out wide to Elliott. Elliott's been a strong player all game. Elliott sends it into the box. Flip says nope. And Sanji with it. Sanji running. Sanji tries to get it over to Gagne. That's stepped into by De Silva, but Rivieras comes away with it. Rivieras with it, sends it over to Showman, and Jasper Showman scores off of a great pass by Rivieras to cut the lead down to 2. 4-2. AC Romana scores their second. And it's a good run. It's a 2-on-1 between Rivieras and Showman, and Showman just buries it. '79th minute, Elliott sends the free kick in, and Johnny Elliott, third goal of the season. What a beauty of a free kick. It's been Elliott's game this whole game, and that free kick shows why. Right through the wall, right past the diving Kronos. What a free kick goal. De Silva takes that one away. We're back to a 5-2 score. AC Romano looking to answer to bring it back within 2. Shot, and that's going to be saved by Ball. 10 minutes left in this one. Ball sends it deep. Headed back up, but CDT comes away with it. Briere stays with it. CDT's been so strong offensively this game. Looking for the right chances. Patterson with it. Goes over to De Silva. De Silva over to Cantino. De Silva back with it. Back over to Patterson. Back to De Silva's shot, and that's going to be up and over the bar. Tom Patterson was offsides anyway, so that shot does not matter. Roger with it. Back to Pinkman. Taken away by Gagne. Chef Gagne on a run now. Gets it up to Showman, but that pass was a little bit weak. Made Showman kind of slow down. And that's taken away by CDT. Now CDT looking to counterattack. Dom Patterson with it. Sends it wide. Bounces to Elliott. Elliott, quick touch to Hannibal. Hannibal with it. But they lose it to Sanji. Sanji sends it all the way back to the Kronos. We're down to 5 minutes left in this game. 5-2 CD to nothing. De Silva with it. De Silva up the sideline. De Silva looking. De Silva crosses. Wide to Hannibal. Hannibal heads it in. And it goes to Roger. Roger, who heads it down into the goal to make it 6-2. CD to knock it in. This is a deep cross from De Silva. It's far side. Hannibal heads it back to the center, and Roger standing right there for the easy flip into the net to make it 6-2. And that's Roger's second of the game. Gets the brace. Briere Strange gets it up to Cantino. Cantino's shot is wide. Nothing comes of that. Coming down on the last couple seconds of the extra minutes. Extra time. And there's the full-time whistle. CD Tenocklin runs away with this one. 6-2. Goals by Estrange and Bloodflame. 2 by Roger. Dom Patterson and Johnny Elliott. AC Ramada had Chef Gagne and Jasper Showman on the goals. Possession favored at CDT, 60%, with 11 shots on target. Player of the match goes to Roger with 2 goals. 9.3. Johnny Elliott finishes the game with 8.4, a goal and assist. Over on the other side, the assist went to Karani Rivieras and Ryan Van Eidenhoven on AC Ramada. Great game by CD to Tenocklin. They're going to stay up in the top spot of this Division II Major League. Take a break and be back with the CA Buenos Aires Schwarzwälder game. All right, we're getting ready for the CA Buenos Aires game. Buenos Aires is sitting at 1-1-1. Scott up front, Santoshi in net for him. Schwarzwälder is looking for their first win. Machado up front, Williams in the net for them. It's been a rough start for Schwarzwälder. Looking to get something going here. And Buenos Aires looking to build up on what they have opened up with on a win. Buenos Aires kicks off. Sends it up to Ruben. Ruben with it, but it's sent out by Stain. McNeil with the throw-in for CA Buenos Aires. Gets it over to McManus. McNeil sends it into the box. That's headed out. Power comes down with it. It was going to be offsides anyways. Free kick. Williams gets it over to Xavier, over to Madison. Power tries to find a running Sinclair, but it's taken away. Now CABA's on the attack. Lorenzo with it. Loses it. Summers gets it up to Tziti. Over to Stain. Stain running with it now. Takes it over to the corner. Sends it in. Headed. Summers with a kick. It falls to Tepaziti. And it is buried. Stain with a cross in. Summers fires off a shot. It's blocked by Scraper. And Tepazili with the goal to open it up. 1-0. Schwartzwalder FV. Williams with it. Gets it over to Xavier. Up to Clark. Clark gets it up to Sinclair, but that's a heavy touch, and Criminal comes away with it. Buenos Aires is resetting here. Ruben gets it over to McNeil running down the sidelines. Tepazili falls over. McNeil keeps control of it. Ruben with it. Back to Lorenzo. Over to McManus. Shot is blocked by Sinclair. It's going to be a corner kick for CA Buenos Aires. Fast start for Schwartzwalder. Looking to settle in now and play more defensively against CABA. And Williams comes all the way out to take that, but now they're injured. And it's going to be a game-ending injury for Williams. So Schwartzwalder goalkeeper's coming in. And that is not something you want to see if you're Schwartzwalder. This team just cannot seem to catch a break. Stain header lands at the feet of Ruben. Ruben keeps it into the box. Ruben looking. Ball slide tackled away by Stain. Stain comes away with it. Feeds it up to Tepazili. Over to Power. Back to Kilgannon. They're going to kind of reset and take their time. Gets it up to Sinclair. Sinclair loses the ball again to Criminal. Now Scraper with it. Sends it all the way back to Satoshi. Feeds it up to Criminal over to Sinclair. Or Santori, sorry. Santori gives it back to McManus. McManus now with it into the midfield. Ruben down the sideline now. Sends it in. Headed, and it's over the bar. Rivers getting close on that shot. Free kick by Santoshi. Scraper sends it up to Lorenzo. Machado tries to take it away, but Duck out-battles him. And now Machado is down. Gotta look to see if that's going to be a serious injury for Machado. Meanwhile, Ruben with it. Ruben's shot is off the side of the net. And it's going to be a corner. Looks like Machado is going to be okay. Maybe. Don't know what's going on here. Free kick or corner kick. Ruben for CABA. Gotta fix the socks. Fix the socks again. Maybe if we fix the socks one more time. Maybe. Arms going. Seeing what's going on here. Now we're ready. Ruben steps back. Ruben sends it in the box. Goalkeeper comes down with it. And Schwartzwalder cuts off that attack. Taken away. Bad pass by Kilgannon trying to find Madison. Scott just steps right into it. And that is over the bar. And if you're a Schwartzwalder fan, you're breathing a huge sigh of relief. Summers with it. Over to Madison. Schwartzwalder now getting a chance to attack. Gets it over to Sinclair. Sinclair sends it in the middle, and Diego Machado just walks it into the net off of that pass to make it 2-0. Schwartzwalder, FV. They find Sinclair wide. Sinclair beats Criminal and just feeds it right into the center to Machado. Didn't really even have to kick it hard. Let it roll off your foot, and that's in. 2-0. Schwartzwalder upsetting CABA right now. Clark over to Madison. Sinclair with it. Sinclair sends it in to Tepazili, and Tepazili gets another goal. 3-0. Schwartzwalder FV. 26 minutes. Clark over to Madison. Madison finds Sinclair. Sinclair finds Tepazili, who just runs right behind McNeil. Goalkeeper off the crossbar, ball bouncing everywhere. And Schwartzwalder comes down with it. Power with it. Power running up the sideline. Lorenzo trying to catch up. Gets it over to Tepazili. Tepazili with it. Tepazili sends it into the box. It's a diving save by Satoshi off of the cross. Duck up to McNeil. Back to Lorenzo. Over to Scott. Sends it up. Over to Xavier. Schwartzwalder with it. Up to Xavier. Over to Clark. Back to their goalkeeper. Sends it up, but McManus comes down with it. Santori with it. Gets it over to Rivers. Back to Rivers. Rivers shot, and it's a save by the goalkeeper. Ruben, corner for CA Buenos Aires. Sends it in. Goalkeeper comes out and comes down with it to take away that chance. Xavier with it. This has been Schwartzwalder's weakness in this game, is getting it out of their defensive end when they're starting deep. And it happens again. Scott with a chance, and it's a diving save by goalkeeper. Huge save to keep it 3-0 there by the Schwartzwalder goalkeeper. Clark sends it back to the goalkeeper, over to Kilgannon. Stain with it. Stain gets it up. Summers loses it. Ruben's running now. Ruben really quick into the box. Ruben with it. Ruben shot. Goal. Ruben, second goal of the season. Makes the lead get cut down to 2. Ruben, great takeaway. And then from there does it all by themselves. Beats Kilgannon and then beats the goalkeeper. And it's a beautiful goal by Ruben. 4 goals in the first half of this game. We have 3 minutes of stoppage time. Maybe getting another goal. Who knows? Ruben's going to take this corner kick. Sends it in. Tepazili sends it all the way out of play. It's going to be a throw in for CA Buenos Aires. Through the first 2 minutes, and now we're at halftime. 3-1 Schwartzwalder league at halftime. 4 shots for Schwartzwalder, 3 on target. 12 shots for Buenos Aires, 7 on target. XG favors Schwartzwalder at 1.86 to 1.41. Good first half for Schwartzwalder. CABA looking to try to make that run back. And we're starting off the second half. Schwartzwalder with it. Trying to get past Scott, but they lose it now. Buenos Aires with it. Possession favoring Schwartzwalder, 57%. Corner kick again for CA Buenos Aires. Sends it in. Punched out. Santori comes down with it. Santori shot, and it's wide. Goal kick for Schwartzwalder. 6 corners for CA Buenos Aires. This is going to be the 7th. Sends it deep to McManus. McManus back to Ruben. Ruben with it back to McManus, but Sinclair takes that away. Sinclair running. Sinclair trying to beat McManus. McManus catches back up. Sends it in, and Santoshi's going to come down with it. Santori with it. Santori sends it into the box. Rivers. And goalkeeper comes down with it. Kilgannon kicks it off for Shortswater on the free kick. Summers with it. Back to Kilgannon. Up to Madison. Summers. Stain. Summers. Kilgannon. Madison. Power. Intercepted by Criminal. CABA now with it, but that's intercepted by Xavier. Good read as CABA was looking for Scott run right there. Scott's run. Now Centauri with it for CABA. Back to McManus. McManus shot. Long distance shot. And McManus makes this a 1-goal game with over 30 minutes left to play. Man, what a distance goal for McManus. Just fired it. And the goalkeeper can't do anything about it. 3-2, Shortswater still leads. But Buenos Aires has scored back-to-back goals. Going all the way down to 20 minutes left now. It's going to be a throw-in for Buenos Aires. Santori gives it back to Criminal. McManus with it, sends it into Rivers, and Rivers scores! Roy Rivers gets their third goal of the season to knot it up. 3-3 here. 3 unanswered goals by Buenos Aires, and it completely removes the 3-0 lead that Shortswater had built up. What a heartbreaking goal that one is. Now you feel like Buenos Aires has all the momentum. It's a free kick outside of the box, sends it in the box, goalkeeper comes down with it. If Shortswater gets one here, that momentum swings pretty easily back to them. But Buenos Aires is filling themselves on 3 straight goals. Summers with it. This has been a worry for Shortswater, getting it out of their end, getting them some space to move the ball around. Kilgannon with it, gets it up to Summers. Summers up to Power. Power feeds it up to Tepazilli. Tepazilli with it. Tepazilli up the sideline. Looks to cross, gets it over to Stain. Stain up to Summers. Shot! And it's out of play for a goal kick. 10 minutes left. We're still 3-3. Throw in for CABA. Gets it over to Ruben. Back to McNeil. Over to McManus. Back to McNeil. Sends it into the box to Rivers. Tries to find Ruben. Ruben turns. Finds Santori. And that is a huge save by the Shortswater goalkeeper. But it's a corner for Buenos Aires. Ruben with it. Sends it in. Headed around. Santori's going to get to the loose. Nope. It's going to go out of play for a throw-in. Free kick for Shortswater. They have time to score the game winner here. Xavier. Clark sends it up. Criminal takes it away. Over to Scraper. Back to Santoshi. Up to Duck. Duck sends it up to Santori. Santori feeds Criminal. Criminal running. Criminal cuts to the inside. Criminal sends it over to Ruben. Heads it back in. Scott with a header off the crossbar bar. And out of play. Stain was hurt on that play. It's going to be a corner for Buenos Aires. Ruben over top of this. Stain is hurt as a defender for Shortswater. Sent in. Goalkeeper comes down with it. 86-minute free kick for CABA. Sends it up to Ruben. Ruben with it. Ruben fires. Bouncing out of play. They were offsides anyways. CABA with it. CABA. Lazy pass goes to Summer. Shortswater with a chance. Gets it up to Machado. Machado's shot is blocked. It's going to be a corner for Shortswater. Madison over top of this corner. 3 minutes of stoppage time. We're in the 91st minute. Sends it in, headed back out. Tempazilli comes away with it. And that is just too strong, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. 30 seconds left. Sends it up deep to Schwartzwalder. Comes down. Buenos Aires ball. Scraper over to Criminal. Criminal up to Santori. Santori sends it into the box. Loose ball shot. And it's over the net. And that is game. 3-3. Schwartzwalder, CA Buenos tie and draw this match. It was a very even match after you look at CA Buenos Aires just scoring 3 unanswered goals after Schwartzwalder scored 3 of their own to start off the match. If you're a Schwartzwalder fan, a draw feels better than a loss, but I don't know how much better. If you're a CA Buenos Aires fan, you're happy to walk away from that game with a draw, knowing where you started at. Player of the match goes to Maggie Sinclair of Schwartzwalder with 2 assists. That wraps up the second match. And that was a great match. I mean, you just start to feel it for the teams that jump out to that lead and they just kind of lose it one by one. That's a tough one to watch. But overall, great match. All the stats were pretty close to even. Schwartzwalder is getting better. They are getting better. They just need that one break. And they haven't got it yet. 2 players injured. 1 played through the injury. Goalkeeper out. Not what you want. Williams is a good goalkeeper, and losing them is a tough thing. But we're going to move on to the Leafy side Celtic Tokyo SC match here, starting soon. Thank you for watching SSL Soccer on YouTube. And we're about to take it off. Leafy side, 2 wins in their last 2 matches. Over on the other side, Tokyo with a loss in their last match, looking to bounce back. Standings. Leafy side just ahead of Tokyo SC. Same on points, but goal differential is what has made the difference. Plus 6 for Leafy side, plus 4 for Tokyo SC. This should be a great match. 2 great teams. And Tokyo SC kicks off. Feeds it over to Lee, over to Herrera, up to Bobby. Billy Bobby with it, sends it over to Lee. Lee over to Ron Flex, feeds it back into the box, super hoop, jumps, and that's going to be a corner. Tokyo SC starting with some pressure. Ron Flex over top of this corner. Sends it in. Headed out, but Billy Bobby's going to win the race. Bobby with it. Sends it over. Nope. Keeps it. Over to No Face. Ball tries to clear it, but it bounces off the player, comes right back to them. So they clear it the other way. Hendry runs the race to that one. Hendry with it now. Hendry looking. Turns around and loses the ball to Zoldyk Jr. And we're off to sim. Eight minutes in. Free kick for Leafy side. Sends it in, head it, and it's over the bar. That'll be a goal kick. Free kick for Ron Flex. Sends it over to Zoldyk Jr. Zoldyk Jr. settles it. Gets it back over to Ron Flex. Ron Flex had some space. And that is a big save by Snorlax. Herrera on this other corner for Tokyo SC. Sends it in, headed, and Snorlax comes down with it. Leafy side looking for options here. Snorlax holding that ball like it's a baby. Now it throws it away like it's not a baby. Ball sends it up to Dybala. Dybala sends it over to Super Hoops. Super Hoops running. Super Hoops sends it in the box. Dybala shot off the post. But they were offsides. Puma Super Hoops gets booked in the 10th minute. Free kick for Ball. Corner kick for Ball. Ball sends it in. And Wolf snatches that thing out of midair. Over to Primeras. Over to Zolik Jr. Up to Ramos. Ramos running. Beats Ball. Sends it in. Headed no face. First goal of the season. Puts Tokyo SC up 1-0. First ever goal in his Tokyo SC career, according to the game. Ramos beats both Dybala and Ball. Sends it in, no face, unmarked. Heads it past Snorlax, 1-0. Tokyo SC. Free kick by Pedrillo. Pedrillo kicks it, and it's over top of the bar. And off the encountering goal kick, Wolf sends it all the way up, headed down to Takahashi. Comes away with it over to Super Hoops. Super Hoops, heavy touch, but they get control of it over to Takahashi. Takahashi fires, and Takahashi with the goal to tie it up for Leafy side. What a rocket of a shot. Wolf stood no chance for it. Super Hoops feeds it back to Takahashi. One touch, fire, and into the net. Leafy side draws it back to even. Corner kick for Ball of Leafy side. Sends it in. Hendry's on get to it. Hendry finds Dybala, that is off of Ramos, but Hendry gets the loose ball back to Hendry. All the way back to Noseworthy. Back up to Hendry. Sometimes the same player has to touch it 4 or 5 times, and then we get a new player. Takahashi with it, looking to beat Herrera. Turns, finds Super Hoops, who feeds it back to Takahashi. Takahashi in the box, and Takahashi buries it on the given goal from Super Hoops. Beats everybody else in the box. Look at this give and go. Feeds it back to Super Hoops. Super Hoops, one touch to them. Beats Lee, and then beats a diving Wolf to make it 2-1. Leafy side. Have a brace. Takahashi. Super Hoops with it. Sends it up to Hughes Galloway, over to Hendry. Hendry back to McTinby. Pedrillo sends it all the way up, and Herrera's coming down with it. Bendima heads it, and Tokyo SC's settle it down now. Over to Herrera, up to Bobby. Bobby gets it taken away by Super Hoops. Gets it over to Hendry. Hendry with it. Hendry feeds it over to Ball, but it's taken away by Zoldyck Jr. Zoldyck Jr. running now. Zoldyck Jr. feeds it up to Herrera. Herrera, a lone shot! And it's going to be a corner kick for Tokyo SC. 36-minute Ron Flex over top of this ball. Sends it in. Headed out by Noseworthy. Billy Bobby's going to get to it. And now we're sending. Hendry with it. Hendry up the sideline, taken away by Herrera. Tokyo SC kind of settling in now after giving up back-to-back goals to Leafy side. Zoldyck Jr. with it. Zoldyck Jr. turns. Gets it up to Ron Flex. Ron Flex up. Gets it over to Lee, over to Herrera. Herrera with it. Herrera looks to feed it in, and that shot is saved. It's going to be a corner. Herrera over this corner for Tokyo SC. Tokyo SC adding a lot of pressure right now. Headed around in the box, sent back out, but Herrera comes down with it. Over to Lee. Shot is blocked. Leafy side still looking to clear, and they cleared to midfield, which takes away that attack. Hughes Galloway sends it in. And Tokyo SC takes it away. Padrillo with it. Padrillo sends it over to Takahashi. Takahashi with it. Takahashi sends it over to Hughes Galloway. Sends it back into the box. What a bicycle kick by Leandro Dybala to bury that goal to make it 3-1 Leafy side. What a goal. Dybala, just a bicycle kick in. That will get you up in the morning. And that's going to be halftime. 3-1 Leafy side lead. 11 and 5 on target for Leafy side. 6 and 3 on target for Tokyo SC. Possession favors Tokyo SC 51%. Leafy side with a 1.34 XG to Tokyo SC's 0.64. Tokyo SC has been putting pressure on Leafy side, and if they take advantage of one of those times, it's going to be a completely different game. Leafy side with some very nice goals in this game. Maybe favoring them a little bit too much on those goals, but the lead is their lead right now anyways. Kickoff, Leafy side with the kickoff. Up the ball, Dybala with it. Dybala looks to turn, but it's taken away. No face, heads it even further. And now we're off the center. The throw in, ball gets it over to Dybala. Dybala spins. Dybala into the box. Shot is blocked, and it comes off the goalkeeper. It's going to be a corner for Leafy side. Ball over the top of this corner. Ball sends it into the box. Nobody touches it, I don't think. No face tries to clear it. And they do. Super Hoops throws it into Hughes Galloway. Hughes Galloway crosses it in, finds Caroline Medema. Medema back to ball. Ball was taken down. They're calling it a penalty. I don't know if I saw a whole lot in that. So they are reviewing it, and it's no penalty. I didn't think there was a whole lot in that. Corner kick for Tokyo SC. Sends it in. Head, and it's Beakley Eilish getting the game down to a 1-goal lead. Good cross in by Ron Flex. Beakley Eilish falls in front of Super Hoops and Padrillo and buries it. 3-2. Now it's a throw-in for Tokyo SC. Hughes Galloway gets it. But Lee comes down with it for Tokyo SC. Ron Flex with a shot. And Snorlax grabs that out of the air. Another throw-in for Tokyo SC. Looking to draw it to even. Noseworthy over the ball. Leafy side now takes the control of the ball. Over to Hendry, back to Noseworthy. Over the ball. Up to Dybala. Back to Hendry. Hendry sends it wide to Super Hoops, who sends it over to the middle to Hughes Galloway, who gets it over to Medema. Ball with it. Chips it in. Finds Hendry. Shot. Goal. Joseph Matthews Hendry, if they were on sides. If they were on sides. And they were offsides. Hendry was offsides. No goal. 3-2 lead. Still stands. All three of them were offsides. Oh, as a Leafy side fan, that's a tough one. That's a very tough one. Lax takes this one, falls all over it, throws it. Yeets it across the ball. Ball now with it. Ball stutter steps over to Ron Flex, but Takahashi comes away with it. Super Hoops with it. Looking. Super Hoops passes it to the center. It's bouncing around. Headed, and it's over the bar thanks to a tip by Wolf. Ball over top of this one. Ball sends it in. And Wolf goes and fetches it out of the air. It was a good play. 70th minute. A lot of action right now. Leafy side trying to hold on to this lead, if not extend it. No Face says no. We are tying it up 3-3 off of a feed by Billy Bobby. Finds No Face all alone in the box, and No Face beats Snorlax. Slaughterson over to Herrera. Hendry stops it, but Herrera gets it back to Bobby. Feeds it into No Face, and No Face buries it. Tied in the 71st minute. Knew this was going to be a great game. The second and third place team of this Division II majors battling it out. Super Hoops up the sideline. Super Hoops over to Takahashi. Super Hoops with it. Super Hoops turns, sends it over to Hughes Galloway, and Hughes Galloway takes the lead for Leafy side. Third goal of the season. Spins and fires it off the post and in. And Tokyo SC sitting there wondering, what do we have to do here? Hughes Galloway, just a nice turn and fire. 4-3, Leafy side lead. 19 minutes from now. We're now down to 10 minutes going. Both teams have kind of settled into this. Two minutes. Ball with it. Loses it. Padrilla's out there playing injured. Noseworthy sends it back to Lax. Lax feeds it up to McTendy. McTendy with it over to Hendry. Over to Super Hoops. Super Hoops running now. Super Hoops looking to cross it in. Sends it over to Hendry. Hendry shot goes off of Carolyn Medema. And Medema scores it 5-3. Leafy side with 3 minutes left in the 90. 2 minutes left in the 90, sorry. Let's see how this happened. Hendry fires it, and it just glances off Medema. Medema's backside buries it for him. Hendry with a great assist. You could almost say that it was all Hendry, but it wasn't. 5 minutes of stoppage time. It's the most I've seen given since I've commentated. We're 4 minutes into the stoppage time. Leafy side with it, 5-3. McTendy sends it up to Takahashi. Takahashi back to McTendy. If you're Leafy side, you could just pass it around and end the game here. But they are looking to stretch out Tokyo SC. Super Hoops with it. Back over to McTendy. Up to Takahashi. Sends it up to Hughes Galloway. Hughes Galloway has Petrola up at the sideline. But settles it back down. Sends it back to Super Hoops. Over to Hendry. Over to Hughes. Feeds it in to Dybala. And Leandro Dybala buries it. I believe that might be for their second goal of the game. If it stands, they're asking for offsides. No goal. Offsides. Yep. They were offsides. It was Hughes Galloway that was offsides. And that is the game. 5-3. Leafy side. SFC with the win. Takada Takahashi with 2 goals. Dybala, Orla Hughes Galloway, Caroline Medema with the others. Player of the match is going to go to Puma Super Hoops with a 9.4 with 3 assists. Orla Hughes Galloway with a goal and assist as well. Tokyo SC, No Face with a brace. And Beakley Eilish as well. Assist went to Ron Flex, Billy Bobby, and Alexis Ramos. Tight game, even though the scoreline doesn't show it. What a battle back from Tokyo SC to tie it, and then Leafy side kind of turned it up another notch and ran away with it. So 6-2, CD Technical win to open up against AC Romana earlier. CA Buenos Aires and Schwarzwalder tied 3-3 after Schwarzwalder had the 3-0 lead. Leafy side FC beats Tokyo SC 5-3. And the standings don't change at all. CDT stays at top with 10 points. Leafy side right behind them with 9. Tokyo SC falls further behind Leafy Side, but stays in third with 6 points. CA Buenos Aires with 5 in fourth. AC Romana in fifth with 3 points. And Schwarzwalder FE getting their first point of the season, but they stay in sixth. Thank you for tuning in to SSL Soccer on YouTube. This was season 25, Major League Division 2, Match Day 4. I was your host, Patrick. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Thank you for battling through that with me. I love you guys and hope you have a great night. Bye bye.